what I observe here is, if you don't mind me sharing, that even you are actually certain right now that you have enough money, you are worried in the future that you will run out of money.
Yes.
What if I run out of money?
That's right. Yeah.
What if you don't?
Exactly.
So,
Like, it hasn't
what I
happened.
want to find out here is, in your future, you have the picture, I will run out of money. Is this true? Or is it a story you tell yourself? Hi everyone, I'm here today with Melissa again. We did our first coaching session last week, and today she is here with me again. Thank you, Melissa, for being here. And let's see what she brings up today. And I hope you at home can also take a lot of things out of this video. So, Melissa, thank you for being here with me today again. How are you?
I'm good, Monica. Thank you for having me here again. I'm excited.
Me too. I'm very excited and I'm looking forward to working with you. Melissa, last week we were talking about procrastination, about how you can change your thoughts and then change your feelings and then change your action. And you could already see a shift in last week's session of how this works. Now, my question is, how was your week? How did it go?
Well, it went great. Just like I think about yesterday, I had like I guess after like working and reflecting on our session and just reflecting on life in general, like I felt like overwhelmed yesterday. I had like a lot of overwhelmed emotions. I felt like, there's lots of things going on in my life that I'm just like, that I felt like my energy kind of dropped down a little bit and I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed. But I did what you told me to do. Like I wrote down my emotions. There was a lot of negative thinking coming into my mind, and I wrote them down. And I did the exercise that you told me, write it down, and then move it on to the rewire it to the positive. And honestly, like I went to the ocean and I reflected, I meditated, I got into the water, and when I got out, I was like a complete different person. So, yeah, there were obviously there's things that are gonna pop up um, after working in different sessions. So, yeah, I feel it feels amazing to be able to have done all the work that you told me to do in the last session. So.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I'm happy that it's helped you. And for today, Melissa, tell me, what would make this an extraordinary conversation?
I think like yeah, I think you have added so much value into my life. And I think just by you giving me the right tools and making me accountable for applying them in my daily life, that's more than enough help that you can offer. And
Okay.
obviously just opening up this space for me, I really appreciate it.
I'm happy to do that. And what is it, Melissa, that you want to work on today with me?
I would like for you to maybe offer me some tools to feel like I should just let go and let the universe work everything out instead of me trying to control everything in my life. Because right now, like I'm just like, for example, like I think I've discussed that with you. Like I've moved to a new country, and obviously like moving into a new country, it's not easy. Like you have to obviously start from zero. Obviously I know the language and culture is not that different, but in terms of like getting accustomed, like being here and just like I don't know, like just feel a little bit more confident, like that everything is gonna work out instead of I think I'm worrying too much. I think it's causing a little bit of anxiety. Yesterday I felt like I was worrying. I was just into my head and not, and then I just had to connect to my feelings. So that's why I went to the ocean and just tried to kind of cleanse myself from that feeling of like worriness. So yeah, I just want to feel that, like, I can put that aside and feel in peace with myself, and just I
Okay.
know that everything will work out, instead of being so worried, because like I feel like there's nothing to worry about, because I like, and I have a roof under my head, like I'm here, I'm happy. uh so the worriness, I don't know, it's coming from, like I said, maybe starting something new, like feeling like a feeling of overwhelm, like, yeah, just in general, right? Just starting something
Mm-hmm.
new and feeling anxious about it, feeling if it's gonna work out. And obviously, like, uh taking this step with you, I feel like I can open up and tell you my feelings, which is good sometimes, because sometimes I bottle things up, and like, I feel like I who do I speak to about this, right? So yeah, like, if all the tools that you can give me on, like, just feeling a little bit more confident and letting
Yeah.
everything align.
Thank you for sharing this with me, Melissa. So, what I hear you say is that although you could apply the tool I gave you last week, you would like to work today on something that helps you with the feeling of overwhelm, with the anxious feeling of tapping into something new. You move to a new country, and and what I sense is like there's a lot of new things going on, right? So
Yes.
what you shared with me also last time is a new thing is like going the way to become an RTT therapist. You quit your job, you're becoming an
Hmm.
RTT therapist. So there are a lot of new ways,
Yes.
new new situations. What's important is to understand, and by the way, we are all the same. Our brain works the same. And our brain works like that. Everything that is new, everything that's unfamiliar, and go back always to the familiar. And why? Just because this part of the brain is there to keep us alive and to keep us safe. And that's it. It doesn't care if you're happy, it doesn't care if you feel good, it just wants you to be alive. So it and everything new is something dangerous. That's what this part of the brain thinks. So it will keep you away from everything new. So in order to make change, we have to understand, first of all, why it feels so weird, why it feels so uncomfortable, and why we feel so anxious about it. And that's nothing that's wrong with you. It's just something that we understand how our brain works. So, going forward to that, um, now at the moment, when you face all these new situations, changes, you feel overwhelmed, you feel anxiety a little bit. How would you like to feel instead?
I would like to feel just in peace, relax, like, just feel confident that everything is gonna work out the way it should work
Mm.
out.
And what do you
Uh,
want to work out? Sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry, go ahead.
What do
Pardon.
you want to work out? When you say everything, you know that everything works out.
That, like, I just gotta live the present moment and stop thinking about the future so much. I think, like, I think, like, I'm missing out on living the present moment and letting things unfold, and just take it as they unfold, instead of
And
like
mhm,
instead
go
of
ahead.
like instead of putting the pressure of, like, okay, this is like, I'm just kind of like thinking, what if this happens, what if this doesn't work out, what am I going to do, what resources do I have, like, so instead of being so much into my mind, just come to my senses and just be like, okay, like, just nothing bad is happening, nothing that I feel threatened or unsafe is happening at the moment. I'm just thinking into the future, and just be in the present moment and ground yourself, which I'm trying, but there are things like that I reflect on that are obviously gonna come out. And especially after the first hypnosis session that I had, I like those 21 days were great. I was like, doing the listening to a recording every day. Everything was good. But now after the 21 days, that's when you're like, there's lots of things that are gonna come out, right? Like, and I have to face them, and I have to take them and and accept them. And that's what I was thinking about it yesterday when I was writing everything down. When you told me to do the exercise, I was like, well, I feel like this there are things that are still gonna come out, right? That from the last hypnosis session, obviously from the coaching now, because like it all comes together. And what I'm doing is writing it down, writing what's coming up, and then what it's in the negative, and then turning it into the positive. Yeah, just be like a little bit in the present moment and enjoy the present moment instead of thinking of things that haven't happened yet.
Okay, yeah, I totally get you. So you want to get yourself out of the future, of the worries of the future, to be present in that moment, because as you said, at that moment you are safe. There is nothing to worry about in that here and now. And also to get you out of the head a little bit more into your body, into this present moment.
That's right. Yeah.
So we need to understand it's like it's so normal for us. We all humans, we tend to make up scenes from the future, and then our default is to go into the worst case scenario, because this is also a protection mechanism from our brain to just keep us safe. Because if we prepare for the worst case, then it's more likely that we are able to be safe, that we take these preparations to be safe. So understanding that okay, that's how our brain works, our mind works, we can use it and make it use for us instead of being used by this program. And how can we do this? Well, first of all, what you said is something really wise. And you have all the answers already within you. There's nothing I can put extra on you. You have it within you. I'm just here to show you what you already know. And what you said is you want to get out of your head a little bit. You want to be here in the here and now. And coming also from a yoga teacher background, there is one really simple and practical and so effective, very rapid technique you can use immediately when you find yourself so much up in the head and you want to ground yourself. Then really focus on your feet. Focus on your feet and focus on how your feet are connected with the ground. So right now, where you are sitting, do you have your feet on the ground?
I actually don't. I'm like, yeah, I'm crossing my legs. So that
Okay.
that's the funny part, because like, yeah, I was thinking that I was like, I feel more calm and more like less anxious, like in front of the camera, when I'm like sitting without my legs crossed.
You can do this also by sitting crossed legs. By the way, I always do this. I tend to do this also. And then just connect with when you sit cross-legged with your surface underneath you. So really focus on how does it feel having your chair or where you're sitting on your thighs, on your legs. And focus on that. How does it feel? Is it warm? How does it feel to feel even your clothes on your skin? How do your feet feel? Your toes, your soles of the feet, the heel, your legs. And while you observe that, what do you think?
You're like present with yourself.
Exactly, because you don't have time to think. Because your brain is busy answering these questions.
Oh yes.
How do my feet feel? How does my leg feel? How does the surface underneath me feel? And that's just a simple trick for immediately getting you out of the head. So that's something you could use immediately to interrupt. Just take your focus. It's all about focus. Whatever you focus on, you get more of. When
Absolutely.
you focus more, or when you get lost in your thoughts, they will just go crazy. And when you interrupt that and you focus immediately on something else, then you will get more of that.
That's true. Oh,
So
yes.
that's a little takeaway you can try out. And I'm curious what you tell me next week about how this worked. But this is just a little interruption tool. But what I want you to take away from this session is something way bigger, because it's very good to be in the present moment, here and now, because when we are here and now, there is no future. So we don't worry about the
Mhm.
future, and we are not regretting anything about the past. But sometimes it's just so hard to be in the here and now. And sometimes we
Yes.
just have to think about the future because we have to plan things. So we have to, you know, think about, okay, how will I start my business? How will I finish my training? How will I, whatever it is that we do. And we can also use this to feel good. We can even go into the future and feel good. And when you remember what we learned or what we talked about last week, is like it's just our thoughts, they make our feelings.
That's true.
And when we feel, then we make a certain chemical in our brains. So
Mhm.
when we feel anxious, or when we feel fearful or angry or whatsoever, that's a totally different physical reaction in your brain than when you feel happy and at peace and good. That's another different reaction. So that's something physical, biological. It's not something woo-woo when you say you have to change your thought. It's just something how we change our chemistry within our body.
That's,
So
yeah.
when you think about the future and you worry, what are the pictures you have in your head when you worry?
Okay, so yesterday, I don't know, like I feel, because I'm very empathetic. Like I go out sometimes with my friends and stuff, and I pick up a lot of really like lots of energies. That's why I need to come home and just be alone, have my alone time. But I feel like I'm picking up maybe a lot of negative energy in my surroundings as well. So obviously that comes into play with me, that where during my hypnosis, my last hypnosis, she's like, you're very empathetic, so learn how to like have boundaries between you and other people, right? Which is great, yes, but sometimes it's just a way of, it's so uncontrollable. I just pick up energy, since it's just, that's just how it is, right? But aside from that, like I feel like after like picking up all these energies, sometimes I feel like, for example, like I had a feeling of like, okay, now I'm here, and I have like I've already discussed with you, I've quit my job and I'm dedicating myself to the program, to be honest, like every day. But I also have to have a balance of, going out and doing things, right? So I'm worried that I don't, like, I'm kind of worried and stressing about money. I'm more like, okay, what if I run out of money? Because I save before taking this leap of faith. I save money before doing this. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to do it, right? Like, do it, focus on the program, start my business. Um, and I've already been here a month, and I'm already worried about money, and I'm just like, well, why? And then in my head I'm like, well, why are you worried? I've only been here for a month, right? Like, and then I was like, okay, I need to move out of this place, and everything is getting so expensive here. Like, I'm like, what am I gonna be able to afford it? And
Mm-hmm.
the first thing that came into my mind is like, well, like, you know what? You've never ran out of money. Like, you've always been so safe. Like, I've always been the type to always like save, 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 to the point that one time I discussed that with my sister. My sister's like, what are you saving so much for? Like, why don't you like, what's going on? Like, just spend it, have fun with it, do you, right? Like, what are you saving for? And I was like, well, I'm saving for this, I'm saving for that. But I'm like, I never, like, I just, like, it just never like, I never like, oh, I'm saving for investing, but I never invested. So I just kept saving because I felt like if I invested, I don't have enough money to be able to survive, right? So I was like, so I ended up saving. Never took the time to actually say, okay, I'm gonna invest that in something, or So now now my fear was like, okay, I'm running, like, what if I run out of money? But it hasn't
Mm-hmm.
happened. Right?
Okay.
Because I always tend to always feel safe. So that's why I think the feeling of saving and saving and saving, and it's just like, I'm like, in my head yesterday, I was like, but you never ran out of money. Like, why don't you
Okay.
just like spend and live the life you want to live, and then just like live day by day, do what makes you happy, do like feel that you're happy with whatever you want to do, spend the money,
Mm-hmm.
and if it rents out, just just make it up, right? Like you like
Okay, I got you. And
yeah.
Melissa, sorry to interrupt you here, but what I observe here is, if you don't mind me sharing, that even you are actually certain right now that you have enough money, you are worried in the future that you will run out of money. What
Yes,
if I run out of money?
that's right. Yeah.
Uh, what if you don't?
Exactly.
So,
Like, it hasn't
what I
happened.
want to point out here is, in your future, you have the picture, I will run out of money. Is this true? Or is it a story you tell yourself?
It's like a story that I'm telling myself because,
Exactly.
like I said, I'm always been like a control person when it comes to money. Like, if I, let's say I'm not working for like a month, I'll find a way to make money. So it's just like right now, I just don't want to. I want to focus on the program. I want to learn all RTLD, RTT tools. I want to get better, and obviously like I can't charge for the services, but I want to practice. I need to practice first before I charge for services. I need to get insured.
Okay.
So all
So
this
I stop you
before
here again. Sorry, but just picking up something. You understand that what you tell yourself about I will run out of money is just a story. And in
yes.
the moment you are safe. You
Yes.
you have enough money, you
Yeah,
always had enough money, you were on the saving side, but still this thought or this worry keeps you from really enjoying this present moment, right?
that's true. Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I want you to experience today is your future, because when we think about the future, it can become a worry when we have fear about it, when we make a negative story about our worries. But
Hmm.
when we think about the future in another way, it can become something beautiful. It can become something which we really like. And we don't know yet how the future will be. We never know. We don't even know how the next
Yeah.
minute will be, because it's just what the only thing which is real is right here and now. Everything else is an illusion. And every version of the future, and there are so many trillions and trillions of versions of the future which could be, which we cannot even imagine in our head, they are all not real. They are all illusions. But what we can do is we can pick, if we are aware of that our brain by default always goes to the negative one. We can say, okay, I know you go to the negative one by default, but no thanks. I choose to take this story about my future, because if
Mhm.
any of these versions are an illusion, then I pick this one that makes me feel best. How does that sound for you?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's completely real. Also, like, I try to like aside from that, like, I also try to visualize, like, okay, you know what, like, you're like, I say to myself, like, you're gonna be an amazing RTT therapist. Like, even in the audio, like,
Okay.
even though the
Yeah,
recording audio, like, for the
that's amazing.
hypnosis, she did say, but I also try to visualize that, yeah, like, I'm gonna get clients. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know from where, but like, visualize myself just doing lots of sessions, meeting lots of people that will need this kind of work, and just and I visualize that, and it's helped, and it's kept me a little bit like, okay, there is hope, like, even though I'm not doing anything to earn money right now, I will, like, so yeah, like I try to kind of like visualize a lot, but
Okay.
sometimes I just the thoughts, they just
Yeah, that's amazing. And now, what I want you, with your permission, to invite you to do right now is exactly that. I'm so happy that you already did visualizations, but I would like to invite you on a journey in your future. Because how would your ideal future in 1 year look like? What would you be doing? You would tell me, what would you be doing in the ideal version in your future, in, let's say, in 1 year?
I just honestly just doing lots of sessions, having lots of clients, helping people out. Like,
Amazing.
I
So having your
actually,
RTT business.
obviously, yes, having my
Okay.
RTT business. Like, I started to kind of like joined on Facebook, and I thought it was a really good thing to join, was like mental health awareness groups on
Amazing.
Facebook. Um, and I've seen a couple, I've joined a couple, because I know I can like talk about it, like on there, and also like offer the services as well. So that's one of the things that I've already started doing, because I was like, oh, like, I just I need to find ways of putting myself out there, aside from, I meet people in my daily life, and I talk about RTT and what it's done for my life and how it's changed my life. People they really question, they're like, wow, like that's amazing, so I talk about it a lot. So that's what I've been starting to do.
Okay, that's
And
great.
then I just hope I get a lot from this, from just like talking about it, even though I cannot do the sessions yet, which I would love to, right? But everything takes time. That's one of the things too, that I want everything now. I've
Exactly. Well,
always been
we
that type
do.
of
We do.
person. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I just want
And
everything. Like I don't think that there's anything that should be built. I just want everything right now, and that's just not how it is, right? It's just takes.
exactly. So now what I hear you say is it feels like you want it so badly, but it feels so distant,
Yes,
like
that's right.
from where you are. You want to be there
Yes,
already, having your successful RTT business, but you are there in the middle of the training, and there is a big distance between you here and there.
that's right.
So I want to invite you now to go with me in a journey, on a journey in your future. And you don't have to do anything special. You just make yourself comfortable. And we will do a visualization and see what comes out. Visit you in your future, in your ideal future. So whatever you will imagine the most ideal version that you can. And just follow my guidance, enjoy it, relax.
Perfect.
We start by just taking a deep breath in and exhale, and another deep inhalation. Perfect. And exhale. That's right. And one more time. Inhale deeply and exhale and relax. And whenever you're ready and you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. You don't have to, just when you feel comfortable. And then you're there with me, Melissa. You're here relaxed. You feel your body is getting more and more relaxed with every breath you take, with every word you hear. Every sound you hear is bringing you deeper into this wonderful, relaxed state. And you don't have to do or try anything. You just are where you are. You just breathe. You're doing it perfectly. And in this relaxed state, I invite you now to visualize in your mind's eye that there's a timeline coming up in front of you. And you're here with me doing this visualization, and then you step outside your body on this timeline, and you're flying along this timeline into the future. You're flying there from the 31st of January in 2024. You go ahead to the future, to February, March. You go further, and you go so long that you come to a point where it's the 31st of January in 2025, exactly 1 year from now. And there you land in your ideal, perfect future, in a place that's just right for you. And you look around and tell me, Melissa, what do you see?
I see an office with surrounded by beautiful nature, lots of plants.
And I want you to go towards this office. You open the door, you step in. What do you see there?
I see that I'm having a session with a client.
And what do you hear?
I hear the client just talking about what's going on in their life and just pouring everything out in front of me.
What else?
And just like a calming environment, just like I see like lots of plants, like I see it smells earthy. It's just such a calming environment. It's such a beautiful place to be.
It smells earthy. I love it. Yeah. So it's beautiful. You see yourself, your future self, in a conversation with a client, helping her, and you hear this conversation. What do you feel?
I feel like I'm putting myself in service and I'm helping people and I'm helping her, and it feels good. It feels like I'm happy doing what I'm doing, and it feels very satisfying.
It feels satisfying. Perfect. And I want you now to observe this conversation, your future self with this client. And then it comes to the end of this conversation, and the client is leaving, but before the client leaves, it says a few words to your future self. What is the client saying?
The client is saying, "Thank you for changing my life and for opening up a space for me to let go and just be free."
And then you observe your future self and you see her. What's the difference between her and you? What do you see?
Really, like that. Obviously, like I've already acquired all the skills, and I've already in that moment I already have a beautiful office. I already have put myself out there. I have lots of clients, and I just see that I have accomplished everything and I have done all the work to be there and to have gotten where I am at that moment.
And when you look at her, how does she look like? What's her body posture?
She looks very confident. She looks like she knows what she's doing. She seems very radiant and very happy to be able to help others. And she feels very fulfilled in terms of the value that she's offering other people.
Amazing. And now your future self is seeing you and you're going towards her. The client already left, and you going and sitting either in front or next to her, whatever you choose. But she, at the moment when she sees you, she knows who you are and you know who she is. And now there she is with you. And now you have the amazing opportunity to ask her any question that you want to. Because she already is there where you want to be. She is that confident, successful RTT therapist helping other people. She's radiant, very fulfilled. So she has accomplished what you want to accomplish. And now you have the chance to ask her any question you would like to. What do you want to ask her?
How did you make how did you make it there? What did you do to make it there?
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And what is she saying?
And she's saying that she worked hard at it. She felt she had many obstacles, but everything went the way she wanted, and she just kept pushing through, and and that she never gave up on her dreams.
She never gave up on her dreams. Beautiful. What else do you want to ask her? It's okay. I see that emotions coming up, and that's absolutely perfect. Take your time and feel what needs to be felt.
No, I think that's it. Like I just wanted to ask how she got there.
Yeah. And I saw that this emotion, there's something that was moved within you. What's the emotion that you're feeling?
I felt like it felt like it was far away. But that I will get there.
Yeah.
Like this sense of like you can't, like if you don't visualize it, you just stay there, just I don't know, you feel like you're never gonna get there. So by doing this was just like I will, like it gave me more confidence that.
Okay, and let's just for a second still stay in this visualization. Just stay with me a moment. You are here, and in front of you, your ideal future self, so beautiful, so confident, so successful. And she is you, and you are her. And she knows who you are, and you know who she is. And you see her in front of you, and she's standing up from her desk. And she comes towards you, and you go towards her, and you hug yourself because you're so familiar. You're one. And when you're hugging, you're melting into one another. And you, Melissa, can now feel her feelings from your future self. You feel her, this successful, fulfilled, confident, radiant person. She has accomplished everything. She already has her successful business with her clients, fully booked, happy. She's there, and you are feeling her feelings, being there. You can now even look through her eyes when you look around this beautiful office from the future. And you are walking in her body. You're feeling her feelings. You're seeing through her eyes. You're hearing through her ears, you're smelling through her nose, and you're tasting what she's tasting. And I want you to tell me, how does it feel to be you in the future?
I feel confident. I feel like I have accomplished everything that I want, and I feel abundant. I feel abundant in every kind of way, like not only financially, but like spiritually, physically. And yeah, it feels good. It feels good to have made it to where I am.
So you feel abundant in every area of your life. You feel confident. You feel accomplished. And where in your body do you feel that? These good feelings.
Would feel it like obviously all around my body, but mostly like right here, like around the chest area.
Yeah. And if you like, you can even place your hand there where you feel it right now.
Like right here.
Yeah. What do you feel exactly? Describe it to me.
I feel like um mm, I feel like I have like voiced myself like to where I want to be. I feel like mm, it's more like of a like letting go of like, like I'm helping people out and I'm like guiding them, and it feels like I've released stuff even from
You
myself.
release. Okay.
Yeah. And
So it's a
it
release.
feels it's like a release of emotions, of feelings.
And how does that feel?
It feels very good.
So you feel it like on your chest where you have your hand right there. You feel this good feeling of release, this feeling of confidence, this feeling of accomplishment. And you feel it there. And this feeling, does it have any other sensation? Is it a warm feeling or a cold? Or does it have any other sensation, maybe a tingling, or what comes up?
It feels like warm. It
A
feels like a
warm
warm feeling.
feeling. So I
Yes.
want you to focus on that warm feeling of accomplishment, of relief, of confidence, of abundance. And this warm feeling, the more you focus on, the stronger it gets. The stronger it gets, the more it gets your attention, and the more you focus on. And you focus on it right here now more and more just by giving it your attention. And you make it bigger and bigger, and you can make it even bigger, even stronger. And right now, Melissa, you're doing a great job by making it stronger and stronger, and even stronger, 100 times stronger, 200 times, 500, and 1,000 times, and stronger and stronger. And you feel this beautiful, warm feeling getting even stronger and stronger and stronger. And you can make it as strong as you want and stay there and really, really dive into that feeling. And it's getting bigger and bigger and stronger, and it's getting over your whole body and beyond. You're just in there feeling this beautiful feeling. You feel it when you have your hand on your chest. Right there it is. And I want you now to remember that this feeling, and to feel that this feeling is always there where you are, whenever you want. You can always recall it by just placing your hand on your chest, and you will feel that feeling of warmth, that feeling of confidence, of release, of abundance. This feeling you feel right now. You can always, ever, whenever you want, go back to that feeling. And now, knowing that this feeling will always be with you. One more time. You see yourself in your beautiful future visualization, your beautiful office, and you look around one more time. And you take a step back and you become you again. And your future self is there again. And you say goodbye to her and she to you. But you know, she is you and you are her. You're one person. And this feeling, you still feel. That's a gift you just take from the future within you. This feeling and all this knowledge and wisdom you've got from your future self. So before you go, you say goodbye, you look around, take your time, see what you see, hear what you hear there, feel what you feel, knowing that this all goes with you. And whenever you're ready, you step out of this office. You go back to this timeline. You fly on this timeline from the 31st of January in 2025 back, 1 year back, until you arrive at the 31st of January in 2024, where you are sitting there, listening to my voice. You're going back to your body. And before you open your eyes, I want you again to place your hand on your chest where you had it before. And I want you to tap into that feeling one more time, the feeling that you took from your future with you. There is the feeling, and always will be, whenever you want to, this feeling of you have accomplished, if you did it, this feeling of confidence, this feeling of abundance, this feeling of accomplishment, this feeling feels so good. Can you feel it?
Yes.
Yes, there it is. There is the feeling, and knowing that this feeling is always there for you, and your future self is always there for you. And whenever you want, you can visit her and ask her whatever you need to know in order to close that gap between the present moment and the future. And you will always find that she will help you, because she is you, and you alone are your very best coach there is. Now, Melissa, whenever you're ready, you can come back. Slowly open your eyes, take your time.
Thank you. That was great.
How do you feel?
It feels good. Yeah, like it was really intense actually. I guess that I've been doing visualization, so this one was a little bit more like intense, obviously, because I was really focusing on everything you were saying, and it feels good. It feels like you are in the present moment, but you're just traveling, like a travel time kind of thing. So but it
Amazing.
felt really good. It felt really good.
And what is the biggest takeaway you could take from this journey into the future?
Yeah, I think doing visualizations are an amazing tool as well, and just connecting with the future without thinking about it, like just visualizing the future in a nice positive way, like what we did. And I am just tapping into that feeling of where was in the body kind of thing, because that's where it gives you
Exactly.
that connection.
Yeah. And now Place again the hand there where you had it.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on the feeling. Is it still there?
No, it's
This
gone.
feeling. Okay, then close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Sure.
Because it is there. You just have to focus
Mm-hmm.
on it. You have your hand where
Yes.
it was. And you close your eyes and you feel that feeling of confidence, of accomplishment. This feeling of abundance. This feeling that you can make it. You made it. This feeling of release. This warm feeling. It gets stronger and stronger the more you focus on. Do you feel it?
Yes.
Exactly. Because it's always there. And whenever you want, you can open your eyes. I just wanted to demonstrate that it's still there. Even if we think,
Yes.
when I ask you like this quickly, is it there? No. But when you focus on it, will be there. And the good thing is, it will never be gone anymore. Whenever you want, it's there. And you took it from you. What happened in your body when you did this future visualization, your mind, your subconscious mind in your body, they don't know the difference between what's happening now or in the future. They thought you are in the future and they make the same feelings. So they think, oh, wow, it's happening. Okay, we have to make everything working, that it's happening. You changed your chemistry like this by just visualizing your future. What happens when you change your chemistry? You change your feelings, you change your actions, and you change your reality because you feel already like you were there.
That's
and you will
true.
do all the actions that are required to do there. And you got this piece of knowledge and wisdom from your future self, which she gave you. Remember what she said to you? How did you go there? What did she say?
She said that you can always come back to it whenever you need to.
Yeah. And at the beginning, she said, even, yes, there were obstacles, but I overcame them. You just have to keep going, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
how does this make you feel now?
It makes me feel good. It makes me feel that that I will accomplish everything no matter what. Like, I mean, everything it's a journey, and to get there, obviously there's got to be ups and downs, and I'm more like more understandable of it, like that it could happen or it could not. Like, it could, everything would probably, it could happen, it could not, and or it could just flow easily, but just hanging on there and just keep moving forward is
And what do
just the
you
key of it.
choose to think? Do you choose to think that it will happen or that it that it won't happen? What do you choose to think right now after making this visualization? What do you want to think about your future?
I want to think that everything will flow easy, that the obstacles that will come by, if there's any, that I will be able to face them with all everything, like with an open heart, and not stay there, but just keep moving forward towards what the end goal is, which is to become the best version of myself, and have a thriving business, and be the best RTT therapist.
Amazing, amazing. And what will you do if there come again these thoughts and this feeling of overwhelm? What can you do then?
I would obviously like write them down and do the tool of the last session. I think that was amazing. I think that really has worked, like really worked from the last time that we saw each other. And also do connect to my future self, and tap to the feeling as here as well, the feeling. Make it
Amazing.
bigger, make it stronger, and just connect, just just connect in general.
And when you look now towards your goal compared to the beginning, what
uh
changed?
I think what changed is like my perspective of I'm not like my negative thinking, or my perspective of like it's too far away. I need to be in
What,
control of it. Yeah,
what do you think instead?
so I think I should just just let everything flow. Um, everything needs to be get built properly. It doesn't happen all of a sudden in one time. So just be patient and believe in
Patience.
myself.
Believe. Wow. So now to reflect this back, you feel more patient. You
Yes.
believe in yourself. You know another tool what will help you to overcome any obstacles in your mind, which we all have. And now, what is the next step you will take towards your ideal future?
Just keep moving on. Do finish keep studying, finishing my course, putting myself out there, talking about RTT, obviously, um, and just honestly stepping into radical action. Like,
Amazing. Amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. And yeah, I see your face glowing again. Thank you so much, Melissa, for your time, for your openness, for being here with me. And I can't wait to see you next week for our next coaching session.
I'm looking forward to it, Monica. Thank you so much. Oh my
Thank
God, I'm
you
sorry
so
I got
much.
overwhelmed a little bit, but it was
There
a
is
great
nothing,
session.
it's a very safe space. Every emotion is welcome. And you know,
Thank you.
I'm here to hold this space for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see you next
Thank
week.
you. Thank you.